I came across this Business Time article posted on the Seedly Facebook community page titled "Want to retire with 1 million Singapore dollars? It is achievable but might not be enough." The gist is inflation will erode any savings that are not invested. 1 million today will be worth about half that in 30 years time. And I totally agree, but the assumption is that you have no investments or if you have no other passive income sources. And talking about all this financial independence, retire early stuff can get a bit lonely because no one really understands you. So if you want a community to talk about it, come and join us at close to 11,000 members Telegram group at Honey Money SG and join us like-minded people in that community. So in order to define whether 1 million Singapore dollars is enough for retirement, I think the very big part of it is to determine how much you need to spend. According to Numbeo, the crowdsourced and world's largest cost of living database, a family of 4 estimated monthly cost is around 5.5k Singapore dollars without rents. And a single person estimated monthly cost is around 1.5k without rents. And these are based on 2023 prices and cost of living. Now back to the Business Time article, they quoted a 3% risk-free withdrawal rate, which means that if you have a 1 million Singapore dollars portfolio, you're expected to withdraw around 3%, which is $30,000 a year. If you are asking whether 3% is reasonable, I would say yes, because currently the Singapore Savings Bond is giving around 3.4% for the December issue. And coupled with other higher risk investments like equities, properties, bonds, or gold, or even CPF Life, those will help to boost the rate of return. So let the assumption be very clear, you are not drawing down on your cash savings. It is assumed that you are retiring on a portfolio of investments. And if you do not know how to start investing, especially in this market turbulent period, then take a word from the sponsor. I cannot believe Webull just upsized their welcome rewards. They are so simple to get. And if you want a good reason to use Webull, here is one of their features. Webull RSP allows you to dollar cost average your favorite US stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds at your own pace. How dollar cost averaging works is that you put in a fixed amount of money every month. And if the stock or ETF is expensive, you buy less units. Or when the stock or ETF is cheap, then you can afford to buy more units. Now, I'll show you the step-by-step process that you can follow. Step 1, head over to your Webull mobile app and click on Regular Savings Plan. Step 2, on the search bar, select your favorite stock or ETF ticker. Example, if you are interested to buy Apple, you may select the ticker AAPL. Step 3, enter your investment amount. Example, 100 Singapore dollars. Select your payment method, which I chose bank account because it can deduct directly. And then select your frequency, which you could choose from monthly, weekly, daily, all this kind of thing. Then once all these details are verified and you ensure they are correct, click on confirm and your buy trade order will be executed on your date. Good thing is that if you have selected bank account funding, you don't need to make sure your Webull account has the cash because it will deduct directly from your bank account at the specified date. If you are new to Webull, you can get 10 free shares worth up to a total of 5,000 US dollars. When you fund any amount, even $1 will do, and you will hold that deposit for at least 30 days and even get up to 2,000 US dollars of cash vouchers when you fund it at least $100,000 into Moneybook. So don't miss this offer. Sign up with my exclusive link down below or scan this QR code right here to get your Webull account today. Coming back, let's assume that the 1 million Singapore dollars retirement portfolio is for one person. So a 30,000 annual expense will mean around 2.5k monthly expense. And according to Numbeo, without rent and mortgage, 1.5k Singapore dollars will be enough for a single person. But I guess it also depends on the lifestyle. So having a 1.5k lifestyle will be likely the following. You are taking mainly public transport, you have your meals at hawker centers and food courts and occasionally casual restaurants, you have vacation to nearby Southeast Asian countries, and you are in a good state of health, which means no high medical bills. And I know at this point, some of you will question already, if you are living like that, what is life? Because you are not enjoying life. And I totally understand where you are coming from, because your definition of a good life may be very different from what other people perceive. So there is budget living, there is economy living, there's business class living, first class living, and even suites level living. Which class are you in? For myself, I think I'm around the budget to economy class level because I spend on myself around 1,000 Singapore dollars a month. That's excluding family commitments and other big ticket purchases. But this is also because how I have lived for the past 30 years and I'm accustomed to this level of comfort Of course, I may have upgraded a little compared to the past, but I think a general $1,000 on myself is not considered too extravagant. And I totally understand what some of you are going to say. If you are single, you have no kids, you have no aging parents, definitely your expenses are going to be much lower. And I totally acknowledge that. Your spending will differ if you have family commitments or health medical issues. For example, if you want to raise a single child to adulthood, that will cost around 300,000 Singapore dollars over a span of 21 years. And that is per kid. So if you have multiple kids, you need to multiply that number. For medical treatments and health issues, it also depends on your state of health, whether you have sufficient medical insurance or hospitalization plan to cover those medical charges, and also your very own life expectancy. For aging parents, some of them may not have planned for their own retirement and may have relied on their children to give them money, and also the medical and the senior care facilities. All these cost money as well. But I really don't know your situation, so you have to apply all these numbers and calculations yourself. The thing that I can really calculate is that my own semi-retirement goal at 35 is $1 million US, which translates to around 1.35 million Singapore dollars. And at the current status, I'm just slightly over 50% of that goal. So I still have a very long way to go, I admit. But if you were to take a 4% withdrawal rate on that 1.35 million Singapore dollars, that's around 54,000 Singapore dollars a year, which is about $4,500 per month in Singapore dollars. And if I were to lower that withdrawal rate to 3%, that will be $40,500 per year and $3,400 per month, which is not too shabby also. And the caveat here is it is not a full retirement number. It is based on the semi-retirement. So I'll continue to do some things that generate passive income and maybe do some light jobs, freelance job, and not go into full retirement mode, which is not doing anything at all. Now, I've been on this online personal finance space for close to 3 years now. And most of the people who say that 1 million is not enough, they usually fall into these 3 categories. Number 1, they have not achieved that $1 million yet. And they felt that that 1 million goal is such a faraway goal that they really give up. And they think that if they themselves cannot do it, other people can never do it, especially people who are younger than them. Number 2, they have high expectations of living. So they expect like living in a high-class condominium, having a car, and try to impress others just to make themselves feel better and at a higher social status level. Number 3, no passive income sources and think that retirement is all about drawing down that cash from that $1 million of cash portfolio, which means you can likely last about 25 years. Now, if you're feeling offended based on what I just said, I want to be clear that I'm not here to judge you because I don't even know you personally. How can I even judge you? I'm just here to share that if you want to make changes and improvement to your life, number 1, you should stop complaining and take action on how you want to improve, because complaining and whining on the internet will not help you. Number 2, focus on the things that you can control. For example, are you able to take up more jobs, or are you able to achieve more? Be more productive, take up some side hustles, and increase your passive income sources. One of the things that you cannot control is your own death and life expectancy, because you also don't know when you will die, right? And number 3, learn from people who have succeeded. I don't consider myself succeeded yet because I'm still on the way and I'm still learning from others. So keep an open mind. Don't be a crab in a bucket mentality. Like, if I cannot do it, means other people cannot do it. Okay, that is very close-minded behavior. And model from other people who have already reached that target that you want to be. So to answer the question, is $1 million enough for retirement? The cliche answer is it depends, but highly I would say yes. Let's talk about the fact, will $1 million erode in value? The answer is of course yes, because of inflation. The next question is, can you do anything about it? That is really up to you. If you just want to lie flat and accept fate, then there's really nothing you can do. But if you want to take charge of your life, then the next question is, are you willing to accept trade-offs? Are you willing to sacrifice some time to take up more jobs, to take up some side hustles, and to increase your income and multiple income sources kind of thing? Can we also acknowledge the fact that there are so many old folks in Singapore who probably does not have $1 million in their retirement portfolio and probably never reached the CPF full retirement sum at all, and they are still living happily and contented with their lives because they have set lower expectations of their lifestyle and not resort to all this hedonistic treadmill kind of thing, impressing others. So for this $1 million retirement portfolio may just be an arbitrary number. If you look at people who can survive on much lesser, are they contented? Yes, but if you really want to stretch your dollar, maybe you can consider geographic arbitrage, which is what I have discussed in a previous video where I am moving and living in Malaysia.